As we approach the Super Bowl this Sunday, I heard an interesting statistic. The American Gaming Association believes that $4.3 billion will be wagered on the big game. In fact, $6.8 billion was bet on the Super Bowl last year. It's remarkable to me how much people are willing to bet on a game, and it reminded me that there is no need to wager when it comes to the certainty of the final victory in Jesus Christ. One of the biggest reasons God's Spirit led John to write down a vision known as the Book of Revelation was to remind persecuted and struggling Christians that Christ's victory was absolutely rock solid certain. And I want to remind you today that your trust in Jesus Christ, your hope in Him, your longing for Him will be rewarded. Listen to what John saw in this vision from Revelation 21. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Behold, the dwelling place of God is with man. He will dwell with them, and they will be His people, and God Himself will be with them as their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more, neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain any more, for the former things have passed away." And He who was seated on the throne said, "Behold, I am making all things new." The picture given to John is that of a beautiful city, but not just any city, the city of Jerusalem, the city where in the Old Testament, God's presence could reside with His people, a holy place where God could dwell with them. But because of their sin and their failure, His presence never remained. And so God sent His Son, as we saw in John this past Sunday, in John 15, as the new Israel. He is the faithful Israel. He is the better high priest. He is the new temple. What I'm saying is, He is God's means for the Lord to dwell with His people, to dwell with the people who don't have sin anymore. Hear this, because of the perfect life, atoning death, and victorious resurrection of Jesus Christ, God's people not only have access to God, but sin will come to an end. Pain and suffering will come to an end. Even death will come to an end. There will be a new heaven and a new earth, one without grief or decay. Psalm 102 says, "Let this be recorded for a generation to come, so that a people yet to be created may praise the Lord, that He looked down from His holy height. From heaven the Lord looked at the earth, to hear the groans of the prisoners, to set free those who were doomed to die, that they may declare in Zion the name of the Lord, and in Jerusalem His praise, when peoples gather together and kingdoms to worship the Lord." Listen, we will gather together to worship the Lord. He will dwell with us. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, as it says, "And death shall be no more, neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain any more, for the former things have passed away." And He who was seated on the throne said, "Behold, I am making all things new." I don't know for sure who's going to win the Super Bowl this Sunday, so I'm not going to bet on that. But I am willing to stake all of my hope on the absolute victory of Jesus Christ. And I'm praying the same for you. Be encouraged today. His victory is certain. His love for you is certain, and He will make all things new.